I have had an absolute blast with the Nintendo Switch 2 since it launched. Let me know about you. If you've gotten one, if you've enjoyed playing it, and if so, what are you playing on it? Again, let me know down in the comments. One of the things I've absolutely loved has been Robert and the team over at Retro Fighters with their Pro series of controllers and more. They've been doing firmware updates so that their older controllers, their legacy type controllers, can also work with the Nintendo Switch 2. It's been a great way. I love using the Battler GC Pro. Very smooth. I love the button layout and everything. This is just a great way to play not just the GameCube classics on the system, but pretty much any game that's available on the Nintendo Switch 2. And it's great because this is a wireless way to utilize GameCube style controls on the system. But what if you didn't want to use a wireless type controller on the system? What if you wanted to actually use actual GameCube controllers with your Nintendo Switch 2? Well, they've been hard at work at something really, really cool that I've known about for a few days, and I am excited to share with you right now. So this is called the BattleDock, and this is really, really cool. It is a Nintendo Switch 2 dock adapter that lets you go ahead and utilize your existing Nintendo GameCube controllers. It plugs right into the face of it. We'll play the video for you and react in just a minute. The Kickstarter is live by the time that you see this. It's actually not live when I am recording this right now, as we have early access. Thank you to Robert and the team for trusting me to go ahead and not spill the news, even though it's been really, really hard not to. Let's take a look at the video. All right, so taking a look here, 4 different controller ports for 4 different GameCube controllers, and you can see how it's designed to go right on your Switch. And we're going to stop and go through this in a bit, but this is just initial reaction, just like we're in 2001. And here you have a simple drop-in installation onto your existing Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Switch 2 goes right in like you would expect. 2 USB connections with a simple drop-in installation. And then this is one of the things I love, magnetic faceplate. So you've got the indigo, which is great looking. You've got the platinum, which is awesome too. You've got the black. I mean, with this, there's one left. Where's my spice orange? There's my spice orange. Yeah! Now, this is coming to Kickstarter, and there's a lot of different things going on here. So let's rewind here just a little bit. And one of the things, again, we're just going to kind of go through some of the stuff. So here, let's go back just a hair. Stop. 4 different controller ports right on the front of the dock. Super cool, super easy to use, easy to understand. And then your dock still goes in normally. One of the things, if you look in the lower left-hand corner of the system, you still have visibility on your LED, so you can tell when the system is on and off. Let's come a little bit forward here too. And just drops right into place. I mean, there's no, like, you don't have to disassemble the dock to make this work. It just works. And then it still gives you 2 additional USB connections on there in addition to your other connections through the standard Nintendo Switch dock. I love this magnetic faceplate style. We're going to talk about that more here in just a second. So, I mean, when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, it's black. Wait, no. Now it's indigo. And it's indigo, not purple. And then you had the silver, the platinum. And then you had the jet black. But for me, it is all about the spice orange, which I'm hoping, that to me looks a little yellow. I'm hoping it's more like this spice orange, seeing as they have the manufacturing lined up for that one. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to look. So going through everything here, as you can see, there's no money pledge, no backers, 20 days to go, because this project is not yet live. We're looking at it early. Shh. And the story of the system here is the BattleDock is the ultimate retro-inspired dock accessory for your Switch 2. This sleek add-on gives your setup a nostalgic twist, all while prioritizing low-latency GameCube controller connections, and it is optimized for the Switch 2. It's easy to install. The Switch 2 dock just drops right in, and then you've got the swappable faceplates. You do have access to the 2 USB connectors here on the back. 4 times GameCube controller support. Whether you're a purist sticking with an original GameCube controller, you like to take it modern with the Battler GC Pro, the BattleDock lets you plug and play as simple as that. Connect up to 4 GameCube compatible controllers directly through your Switch 2 dock and jump straight into the action. It's also perfect for like Smash Brothers, Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario Sunshine, and more. From competitive matches to casual couch play using your cherished conch, it is seamless. And then again, another shot at the 4 different controller ports on there. 4 swappable face plates, Jet Black, the Platinum, the Indigo, Spice Orange. Included with each BattleDock are Spice Orange, Indigo, Jet Black, and Platinum Silver faceplates to cover the majority of Standard Edition GameCube console releases. Who knows? We would love to even release more in the future, possibly even versions for special events like tournaments if there is interest. My suggestion, guys, and this is from someone as a creator themselves, put the files out on like MakerWorld and on Creality Print, and for 3D printers like myself, that I can design something and I can print something. That would be so amazing if I could take this and 3D print my own design on. I would absolutely love to be able to do that. So imagine having the Ocarina of Time logo be able to be 3D printed on something like that. It'd be great. And then on here, swapping your faceplate is effortless with the magnetic faceplate system. No tools needed. Snap on, snap off. The snapper. Wait, no, something completely different. The Retrofighters team is aware of varying quality of past market solutions for GameCube controller adapters on the Switch. They're focused on providing the lowest latency possible during development. Their goal is to meet or reduce the inherent input lag of about 4 milliseconds provided on the official GameCube to Switch adapter. Now, not throwing shade, good friends with the folks over at Hyperkin. I know that they had their, was it the Hyperconvert or something like that, where it went into a Switch dock and then gave you 4 GameCube ports that you could connect. Now, with that went between the dock and the Switch. And, I mean, it worked. It worked okay, but it wasn't the most elegant solution, again, because your Switch sat so much higher than original. This is something where it just goes right on the face of your Switch 2 dock, and it works. And that's, again, I think it's beautiful in its simplicity. Their stretch goals is, $10,000 is funding successful. If they get to 100,000, there's going to be a faceplate booster pack. That'll be Smoke Black, White, and Comet Red. I think that's pretty easy for them to go ahead and. Obviously, they have mock-ups here, so I'm thinking they're betting that they're going to go ahead and be able to do that. And here you can see the additional colors on here as well. I think these just look great. It's a great conversation piece, and it, like I say, it's elegant in its simplicity. And this is going to sound dumb, but I love the little RF in the lower right-hand corner of the face. It reminds me of the logo that's on the front of the GameCubes themselves. So they've been kicking the product idea around for a while, but prior to the Switch 2's launch, they still needed to confirm both the fit of their design and the function of a GameCube controller adapter on the new console. It is safe to say that their design works like a glove, and the controller adapter solution works without a hitch after some time with their consoles. I think we're coming about a month now that the Switch 2 has been out. So here is the structure of their prototype and everything. I get this a lot. They're an established company. Why are they using Kickstarter? Retrofighters has a solid track record of delivering on Kickstarter since 2017 with the original hardwired Brawler 64. Backers get 10% off from retail, or they get exclusive access to perks. Backers get to provide input and get news here first. And it walks you through who they are and risks and challenges. They have successfully launched and delivered several projects funded through Kickstarter and thousands of unique customers. Rest assured, they are committed to meeting the project deadlines as outlined in their timeline. Throughout the process, they will keep their backers informed with regular updates should anything change. And what do we have here for the different sort of pledges? So you can pledge $1 just or whatever you want just to support it without a reward. The BattleDock itself, it's $36. You'll receive a Switch 2 compatible BattleDock. Normal price $39.99, so you're getting $3 off. And then estimated delivery is January of 2026. You get the dock, the 4 faceplates. BattleDock times 2. That's 2 Switch compatible BattleDocks. basically you're doubling everything, and instead of being $79.98, it's $72. Same thing, January 2026, and BattleDock times 3, BattleDock times 4, and that is it. I am absolutely just digging this from an aesthetic standpoint. Even if it didn't have the controller ports, and actually to the team at Retro Fighters, have you thought about going even simpler than this? Gut the electronics out of it, give me the swappable faceplates, and give me like a printed version of the GameCube on the front of the faceplate, and let me swap out the colors. That might be something too that people may be interested in. Overall, I do understand people wonder why they're going to Kickstarter versus just releasing to retail. Part of it is to gauge interest. I mean, if they get huge turnout and people backing it, then they know that this is a viable option that they'll produce more and go into, even greater production on. Versus if it's something where it's like, hey, that's really cool, next. They don't have to pre-purchase essentially as much from their vendors and put as much capital at risk for stuff that may not sell. So they've got kind of a guaranteed sort of in and out for cash flow on this. I love the design, I love the styling, and I have been a huge fan of the Battler GC Pros, the Brawler 64s, things like that, and even the original GameCube controller too. That's the nice thing about this, is it's going to work with original hardware. So if you want a hardwired connection, you can do this and have something that's more stylish, more attractive than just your typical sort of USB dongle with 2 USB cables that go into the dock and then give you 4 controller outputs on it. I'm excited about this. This is something I'm going to back. I'm going to do a single one. I don't need to, but it is something that I will support Retro Fighters in this. I love the fact they're coming out with cool stuff, and the fact that they did the Spice Orange. I mean, it's like they knew who they were targeting in this launch and everything. And I think that this will do decently for them. I'd also like to see them, maybe in the future, incorporate this all into a single dock. That would be wonderful, where it's not a faceplate per se or something that you put the existing dock in, but it is a self-contained dock, maybe a little bit lighter, more svelte, and something that could provide people with another option to connect to more TVs. Like I say, I am pretty excited about this. This is a good looking piece of tech. So I will have the link down below where you can back the Kickstarter. Now, one thing it did not talk about at all was the original Nintendo Switch dock. So the way that I'm interpreting this is designed for the Switch 2, Switch 2 only. We will follow up with Retro Fighters and get more information on that as well. And again, as far as when it's going to ship, we're looking early 2026. So a little bit around 5 or 6 months as we are on the time of filming here. July the 1st, July 2nd, when this goes live. So super looking forward to this. Congratulations to Retro Fighters for making a really cool thing, and good luck on your Kickstarter. Now, if you do want to check out some of the other videos that we've done here on Retro Fighters with a number of their different controllers, accessories, and more, check out this link here in the upper corner. It's our playlist for Retro Fighters equipment. I'm sure you're going to find something here you're going to love.